Welcome to Isle Delfino Island. It's been a long time coming, but Ricco Harbor is here. With an exceptionally exquisite view of the lukewarm ocean and the salty air. Wait, whoa. Before I get ahead of myself though, I should probably show how this amazing build came together. Over an entire year ago, I finished building Delfino Plaza. And now, 2 out of 11 distinct locations have been completed. But before I get ahead of myself, I should probably show you guys how this amazing build came together. And it actually started with this. That's right, an illusionary cliff that looked as though it continued on for ages. The first thing I had to do before I could get started was to terraform. And I did a lot of terraforming. After the terraforming had sort of finished, I still had a lot more to do. I ended up beginning to build the city, which I actually found to be so much more enjoyable. This is how the main city actually turned out. With a style almost exactly like the Delfino Plaza, it wasn't as bad to pick up and start building the same style than I thought it would be. Though the windows, I'd completely forgotten how to build them. But with the main bulk of the city done, it was now time to add some scaffolding. But I'm not gonna lie when I say that this part was actually probably the most intimidating. From the Blender model I'd compared to the video footage and gameplay, this scaffolding seemed to wrap and bend and twist in all different directions. So avoiding that mess, I decided to instead work on this circular, almost lighthouse-like looking building. In its completed state, I was definitely in love with this building, but my gosh. The amount of reforming and reshaping it took to build drove me insane. After I'd finished this painful, heart-aching, miserable build, I took a break. But this break would last a while, and it'd go on, and on, and on. Eventually, I would come back though. I began to lay down more scaffolding, but it only stressed me out even more. Even though I'd finally found one solution to a haunting problem I'd been having, which was replacing these hideous black stone walls with this cool mesh looking block, I still had the problem of figuring out the scaffolding layout. This scaffolding and the way it fit together almost literally made me quit on this entire project. Once again, taking a long break would ensue, but eventually I decided to face my fears and instead tackle the layout. But then a true and utter tragedy would strike. Almost as though this whole scaffolding part had a mind of its own, it decided to strike once more and delete my replay mod footage, leaving me with nothing to show for. Luckily, I still had previous world save files and was able to show at least this part, but man, that scaffolding really stunk. Eventually though, the hardest part, which was this part, would be over. And nailing down the layout and actually finishing it felt so great and was such a relief. And with the scaffolding finally done, then came adding other objects, such as these massive cages like this central hourglass yellow cage thingy, yes. Having that in place though began to put it all into scale. And having that confidence once again, I immediately jumped into a massive building spree. With everything coming together, I went ahead and I actually finished it all. having it all done was so gratifying. I mean, just seeing how the harbor fit together so well was absolutely rewarding, and I was definitely proud of how far this city had come. But there were still little touches I wanted to make. Getting World Edit out, I added the most satisfying finishing touches, which was adding the bloopers inky ink to cloud the crystal clear waters, replacing all the acacia slabs with the newfound copper blocks, adding this well, and changing out the spawner mesh blocks with black stained glass. I know the meshes look kind of better, but they added lag. That was it. The city was fiend, and with it being done, I knew it was time to move on to the more technical aspects, which was adding in the sewers like I had done in the Delfino Plaza. But with adding in the sewers, I actually over the past couple months learned some new command block magic because of the CCSMP and coding on that. I decided to test out some new ideas and make the system work 10 times better, and it totally helped. Using these detection command blocks, I decided it would be a great idea to go ahead and add some cool features too, like making these bouncy pads actually bouncy. And the way it was all set up was incredibly simple. Using relative coordinates of where a player stood, I'd make a command block that was set to repeat over and over and over, detecting the player. If the player stood in the detection zone, the command block would execute a command, in this case teleporting the player up to the skies where they'd be able to go down the same sewer path. Updating the teleportation system made everything feel so clean. But that was it. The whole city was complete. And at this point, I thought it'd be awesome to show some comparisons between the Blender model and the actual map. Not gonna lie when I say I think I liked the in-game version more. What about you guys? Comment down below which one's your favorite. So that was it. The map was complete. Or was it? Deciding to go even further with this map, I thought it would be great to add in some parkour functionality. Finding spots where I thought it'd be cool and helpful to jump, I ran around this map forever. And wanting to continue on in tradition of what I'd done in the last map, I thought it'd be cool to take discs from the previous map and redistribute them all in new and fun locations to find. With some fun and amazing parkour and epic detection command blocks, it was time to finally add for good this time the final, actually very last feature. A teleportation device in which you could actually get to Ricco Harbor. Yeah, I figured that feature might be important. Now being able to teleport between Ricco Harbor and Delfino Plaza, well, I can only say how excited I am to build the next build. Delfino Plaza from Ricco Harbor or vice versa. It's just so pretty. And the more I build, I'll be honest, the more I fall in love with this wondrous Nintendo fantastical city. I guess you could say it's kind of like a little bit of a resort. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, as it was loads of effort to put together. But with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy life, enjoy Minecraft, and enjoy the newly updated Super Mario Sunshine Ricco Harbor map. See you guys soon, and ciao!